welcome to Energise Coaching. Here we're going to take a look at a lying leg curl, which is an isolation exercise for the backs of the legs or the hamstrings. Okay, now we're going to be prone here, so we're going to be lying face down. Our ankles or lower calves are going to be underneath this pad, and we're going to make sure that the quadriceps are firmly pressing against this pad here. Okay, and our torso is going to be on this section here. Now, setup considerations, we need to make sure that this is set at the right place. So like I say, it sits on the lower calf, and we also need to make sure that this is in the right place to allow us to fully extend the hamstrings. Remember, with any exercise we do, we're looking for a maximum range of motion, and we want to try and get strong in the extremes of that range. Okay, so set up first. Okay, we want to get the hip joint in line with the crease on the bench. Okay, so I'm there, and that's going to allow my body and my torso to sit optimally on that bench. These handles here are important because they're going to allow me to brace. So I'm really going to pull hard, and I'm going to brace my upper body and torso like that. Okay, and my quadriceps, when I bend my legs, are actually going to be driving into this pad. Okay, now hopefully you can see from an alignment standpoint, my ankles, my knees, my hips are all in a straight line. So we want the feet about hip width apart. Okay, so I'm going to drive my quads down into the pad and aggressively contract those hamstrings, and then slowly release as I go. Okay, now I've got to be careful not to allow the glutes to pop up. And you'll see there I've got a gap now under my hips. So I've got to be conscious of contracting my glutes and keeping them tight as I bend the legs. So we've got aggression on the way up, a good squeeze in peak contraction, and then a slow and controlled release as those hamstrings lengthen. So from a tempo perspective, hopefully you can see the fast part of the movement there is still controlled, but it's very aggressive. And then the release or the lengthening of the hamstrings is about 2 or 3 seconds long, and it's all done under control. And again, I'm trying to lengthen the hamstrings as much as I can in that position and shorten them as much as I can in that position without raising the hips. Okay, so that is a lying hamstring curl.